Scottish Labour Party leader's seat.
Yes, this is Renfrewshire East, and the position that Jim Murphy is standing on the stage does not look as if he has held his seat in Renfrewshire East.
Scottish Liberal Democrats, 1,069. Robert Malin, UK Independence Party, 888. David Andrew Montgomery, Scottish Conservative and Unionist, 12,465. James Murphy, known as Jim Murphy, Scottish Labour Party, 19,295. Kirsten Frances Oswald, Scottish National Party, 23,030.
That's it. Jim Murphy loses his seat in Renfrewshire East. The leader of Scottish Labour is no longer an MP. Yet another scalp for the SNP tonight. Kirsten Oswald, the new MP.
I give public notice that Kirsten Frances Oswald is duly elected as a Member of Parliament for the East Renfrewshire constituency. The total number of votes cast across East Renfrewshire at the UK parliamentary election on the 7th of May was 56,825. The total number of ballot papers rejected was 95. There were 0 ballot papers were rejected because they did not bear the official mark. 15 ballot papers were rejected because votes were given for more than one candidate. 0 ballot papers were rejected because there was something written or marked on the ballot paper by which the voter was identified. And 80 ballot papers were rejected because they were marked or void for uncertainty. Can I thank all the staff involved tonight in the count? Thank you for their accuracy and the work that they did. So thank you very much to all the staff involved. If I could now, there will now be a number of speeches. If I firstly can ask Kirsten Frances Oswald to come forward.
I would like to thank the police and the returning officer and all of her staff for their fantastic work during the day and tonight. I would also like to thank all of my opponents in what's been a very energetically fought campaign here. I have had an exceptional team working incredibly hard on my campaign. No one could have done more than they did, and their support has been immense. Thank you also to my family for their endless patience and support over the last few months. But above all, I would like to thank the people in East Renfrewshire for placing their faith in me and their faith in the SNP. I am absolutely honoured to have been elected as the MP for East Renfrewshire. I will work tirelessly every single day for the people that live in our local communities here. And whether you voted SNP in this election or not, and whatever your views on Scotland's future, I will seek to represent every single one of the people in this area to the very best of my ability. And this election is about making our voice heard, our voice in East Renfrewshire and our voice across Scotland more effectively in Westminster than ever before. And I'll do everything I can to build unity as I go about this important task that people have entrusted me with. And I'll use that voice not just to improve Scotland, but also to pursue progressive policies which will benefit everybody in the United Kingdom. And if, as looks likely now, I've been elected alongside a strong group of SNP MPs, then we will work together to aim to an end to austerity cuts which are hurting people in communities north and south of the border. And we will call for the powers promised in Scotland in the referendum, starting with the powers that make the biggest impact on getting more people into work and to making work pay. And as part of a group of strong SNP MPs, I will always vote against wasting £100 billion on a new generation of Trident nuclear weapons. By ending austerity and scrapping Trident, we can choose to invest in things that really matter to the people in Scotland, things like the NHS. The people of East Renfrewshire and the people of Scotland are speaking, and we need to listen to them. It's time for our voice to be heard in Westminster. Thank you very much.
If I could ask Jim Murphy to come forward.
I'd like to start by thanking the police, not just for the work they've done today in securing the election, but for the work that they do every day in securing our communities. I'd like to thank the returning officer and all of his staff for the professional way in which the count was conducted. And particular thanks to my agent, Paul O'Kane, and my brilliant campaign team who have worked so hard, all sorts of weathers, over the past few weeks. You're a real tribute to the Labour Party, and I'll be forever indebted to the thousands of hours you put into the campaign. I'd also like to congratulate Kirsten for her victory, and David, Robert and Graham for the spirit in which the local campaign has been fought. As we all know, East Renfrewshire is unique in Scotland in its diversity, with a large Jewish community and a growing Muslim community, with housing schemes in some of the richest parts of Scotland within East Renfrewshire. It has been a real pleasure to represent our area in Parliament for the past 18 years. Kirsten, I know what it's like to come from behind in an election in this constituency, and I know that you will cherish the opportunity that your victory has provided you with. I wholeheartedly congratulate you and wish you every success in your parliamentary career and standing up for the people of East Renfrewshire. As well as having had the honour of representing East Renfrewshire in Parliament, I've also had the chance to serve in governments, Labour governments, and in the Cabinet under both Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. And I'm proud of those 13 years and how we changed our country for the better in an irreversible way. This is, of course, an enormous moment for the SNP, and no one can deny that. And I congratulate them more widely on their success this evening. With a victory on this scale, there also comes a responsibility. No one, of course, should ever confuse nationalism with our nation. No one should ever mistake their party for our country, because our history, our streets, our flag have never and will never belong to one political party or one political cause. And finally, it's proven hard to turn round years of difficulty with the Scottish Labour Party in just 5 short months. Tonight, Scotland has lost so many great members of Parliament from all across the country, and I'd like to pay tribute to each and every one of them. There will be more to say about this and what it means for Scotland in the days to come. But for me personally, and for the Scottish Labour Party, the fight goes on and our cause continues. I and hundreds of thousands of Scots, the length and breadth of our great country, still believe in the progressive policies that the Labour Party stands for, and I will continue to lead Scottish Labour as we fight for them. The party that has traditionally been the timeless champion of the underdog now finds itself in the position of being the underdog. But the Scottish Labour Party has been around for more than a century, and 100 years from tonight, we'll still be around. Scotland needs a strong Labour Party, and our fight back starts tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.
Well, that was Jim Murphy, and while he was speaking, there were 2 further gay